Welcome to the show, everyone. We're live on Facebook, and I want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We'll share the show later on. My first guest has been on with me for years. Right now, we're going to be doing something a little different today. I have with me Howard Farkash. He is a financial services insurance professional. Welcome back to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what you do, but why you're here today.
So the question really is, who am I and what am I doing here? I'm Howard Farkash. I'm from Big Company Benefits. Without busting the budget, what I do is take care of people who do not get their benefits through their employer. People mainly self-employed and don't have a personnel department to go to for their benefits. Today I'm going to be talking about a Medicare, an aspect of Medicare. And because of that, I have a mandatory disclaimer to read, required by law. We do not offer every plan available in your area. Currently, we represent 8 organizations which offer 89 products in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov or at 1-800-MEDICARE, or go to your local state health insurance program, and they'll be able to help you out if I don't help you out enough as it is. Today I want to talk about the fact that we're approaching the Medicare season. And what I mean by the Medicare season, it's the annual Medicare re-enrollment period, sometimes referred to as AEP. Historically, less than half the people actually review their plans each year, okay? Sometimes it works out well, sometimes there are January surprises. This year we expect to be significant changes in Medicare. This is not the year you want to skip over your annual review. The kind of plans that we're talking about apply to Medicare Advantage plans and prescription drug plans. Supplements stay the same year after year. So if you're going to keep or roll over your plan year to year, you might not be getting the best available value or the lowest copays.
Well, I wanted to say something about you. Do you mind?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, let me just tell you something. If you have any questions when it comes to your Medicare, Howard is someone to call. Because what I love about you, Howard, is that you make it so a complicated subject so understandable. And there's so many questions. What you want to do is just call Howard. The phone number is 520-850-2101. This is a free service to you. And you know what? It makes sense to call and speak to somebody that is here local and who can help you and help you understand it, especially this year of all years. Go ahead, Howard.
Absolutely. And what we're doing now is expecting significant changes for 2025. There's been a lot in the financial press about this, as well as the general press. We're looking at higher premiums and higher copays. Now you're going to get a document from your carrier, your MAPD carrier or your PDP carrier. You need to check out the annual notice of change that they send you. Those changes should be in the mail presently. Those notices should be presently in the mail. It tells you what the changes are. The good news, there is good news. There's a $2,000 annual cap on out-of-pocket copays for calendar year 2025, as long as you're using the plan that you have selected. So expect those increases and do something to defend against them by having a review and perhaps moving to a more economical plan, one that is specifically tailored for you. The details on the premium, copay, and formulary changes will be in that ANOC. Go ahead and read it and study it. Decide if you want to keep your current plan or switch to another lower cost plan. And you can do that by using Medicare.gov to determine a rollover versus switch scenario, or I can do it for you. And of course, this is a free service. Simply request your review white paper. I've prepared a white paper for you all. Go ahead and request that at 520-850-2101. Leave your name, phone number, and email address.
So again, that number is 520-850-2101. Just tell them that you want that white paper with the review, and then you're going to get that from him. You'll get a call back from him.
Surely, what that review really entails is an analysis of your present drugs, your present plan, what they would cost and how your cost structure would be if you just rolled that plan over, and then compare that to an alternative lower cost plan. That's what the review is all about. Now, a lot of times certain representatives will just tell you your drugs are covered. It doesn't tell you anything about the cost structure. Of course, it's nice to know your drugs are covered, but it's even nicer to know what the cost is gonna be for those drugs for the coming year.
Well, let me tell you about Howard. He's so meticulous, and he's gonna make sure that he's gonna go through every single one of your drugs and tell you where you need to go, that's what you do, and he does that review for you. There's no one like Howard, I'm telling you. The number to call him direct is 520-850-2101. Leave your name, your phone number, and your email address, and you're gonna get the white paper. It's the review white paper. I do wanna ask you something. Let's say somebody skips the review. What could happen?
They're gonna get some January surprises. Maybe they've been going to the pharmacy and picking up a medicine for a $5 copay. Well, that might accelerate to maybe a $15 or a $20 copay. Now that sounds like a small issue, basically. When you forecast that and extend that over the course of an entire year, that turns into real money. So you want to avoid January surprises. An even bigger surprise may be that your plan that you know and you love has turned into a monster this year by not even having some or any of your drugs on it, basically. Then you're really going to be paying full retail. And there'll be other surprises just as well. We expect premiums to go up, and we expect them to go up substantially. As a matter of fact, when the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services reviewed the premium structure that the carriers wanted to enforce, they went to Congress and they got Congress to authorize an experimental program where the government will actually be paying a portion of your premium. So the premium that you're going to learn about, say it's gone from $12 to $30, is actually going to, at $30, could have been $45, except the government is actually subsidizing everybody's premium to the tune of $15.
We're down to the last roll of the segment. I want you to go ahead and
Sure.
take it away,
So
Howard.
here's what I call the takeaways. We're looking at bigger than usual changes to MAPD and PDP plans, prescription drug plans. Avoid January surprises by shopping for the lowest premiums and copays, considering your specific medication regimen. And we can help you with this year's review. Call for your review white paper, 520-850-2101.
Let me tell you something, folks. This year of all years is going to be the most important time for you to make sure that you get that review. This is a free service to you. Do not do it yourself. Do not call the 800 numbers. It is so important that you have somebody here local that can help you, and they're going to make you understand it. And Howard is all about that. Again, that phone number for the review, it's the white paper review, is 520-850-2101. All you have to do is leave your name, your phone number, and your email address, and he will get that to you. He will also call you. He will do this free service for you to understand it. What's your final words real quick?
I second that motion.
That number again to call him direct is 520-850-2101. This is the most important year of all years because there's going to be a lot of changes. Make sure you get the review. Simply call 520-850-2101.